What's going on, everybody? Master Chappie back today for some more Madden action, and in this one, I'm using the ATL Falcons, led by Mr. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Also, catcher, Freeman. All right, I know his name ain't Catcher, but hey, this dude has been killing me in fantasy football, and he is an absolute problem. So I'm gonna call him Catcher Freeman. Anyways. With this video, on this date, they finally released the first update for the leaderboards for the DC, aka the Draft Champions Tournament, and it is sort of as I expected and not to a positive degree, unfortunately. So everyone's kind of been wondering, how are they going to do the ratings? How is it going to be based? Is it going to be based on games played? Is it going to be based on your record? Is it going to be percentage? You know, what is it going to kind of be based on? And it turns out they've really got a weird setup, and there's no one that knows 100% sure how it works. But we're about 95% sure that it's just pretty much based on the number of games you play. Basically meaning, when you win, you're going to gain a lot of points. When you lose, you're probably going to gain either 0 points, or you're still going to gain some points, which is really not that great of a thing, because you should be negatively affected when you lose. Now, I understand there's been a lot of DCing, a lot of glitches, and just, freezing of games and stuff like that. And that was before they fixed it with the accessories, and that's sort of a temporary deal. Which brings me to my next point of there is looking like it's going to be another patch for Madden. I mean, seriously? I don't know if this is going to be a major patch. I have a feeling, though, it's really going to touch on two things. Because at this point in the year, I think they're going to be leaning more towards Madden, the next one coming up, as opposed to this one and further in the development of this game. So I think the two biggest things that they're going to touch on, for sure, the first and foremost thing is going to be the game freezing. I think that's the reason there's going to be a patch, period, because that is just such a huge issue with the game right now. But I think that the other thing that they're going to touch on is going to be a couple more blitzes, and most likely one of the blitzes that's going to get affected is the Mike Scrape 3 press. That one has been brought to EA's attention and the developers time after time, so it's very, very, very likely that that blitz will either somehow be negatively affected or it just won't work in general. Otherwise, it's just going to get a general nerfing overall. Now, there's been a lot of debate in the community as to, should there be quote-unquote nanos or blitzes, A-B gap, all that fun stuff. And I'm personally of the opinion that if it's in the game, you should use it and take advantage of it if you want to play competitively. If you want to play sim and all that, that is fine and dandy, but don't complain about people who do play competitively and just take advantage of what they can. Now, if you're on offense, just slide protect. Okay, I get it. 3- and 4-man rushes are not realistic. They will probably not happen in real life very often. Probably less than 5% of the time is somebody going to come in untouched if it's a 3- or 4-man rush. I get it. But at the same time, this is a video game, and you got to take advantage of what works in it. And you also have to learn how to beat what works in it. So you got to kind of learn how to counter what's effective in the game, and that's one of the things. It's just blitzes in general. You gotta learn how to pick them up. Gotta learn how to slide protect, because if you slide protect, you can pick up most of the blitzes in the game. If you slide protect and block someone, you can pick up just about every single blitz in the game. There may be a couple blitzes that still may get in. I ain't seen them. Okay, so there's probably somebody somewhere saying, "Hey, well, I got this one blitz." Well, I ain't seen that blitz, so it don't matter. And right here, we are down 8 points, but look at Devin Hester. He gone, baby. We run the toss to Mr. Freeman, and he is in the end zone on the toss right there. We're able to tie this game up. What a turn of events. Oh, we almost get an interception, and we got a really good ball game as we get dotted up the middle of the field there on that 4 verticals. That seems to be the play of the year for offense, is just 4 verticals. I'm not going to lie, man. It's an effective play this year in this year's game, particularly because it's effective against cover 2. It's effective against cover 3. And it also beats man-to-man pretty effectively. So, I mean, it's just overall effective against those zone defenses. Most zones in the game, besides maybe cover 4. Cover 4 does a pretty good job on it. But then again, against cover 4, you can just hit a drag or something underneath, which makes the play very effective. On the flip side, against man defense, you can still get over the top if they don't have safety help. And, oh, give me that pick, baby. Let's go. Turn it up for the ATL. Trying to give Carolina their first loss of the year. And then against man, a couple of the guys, again, you can get deep, and the guy going across the middle of the field usually gets open. And then if you put somebody else on like a drag or a slant, like you've seen on this play here, typically you can get somebody open, especially if they're trying to blitz or something along those lines. So, you know, if you don't have 4 verticals defense, I suggest either some 2-man under with some good users, bring a lot of heat, or cover 4. Nevertheless, there's a lot of different ways you can lock it up if that's all someone does, but it is a good play to mix in as part of an offense because it is effective. But that's just pretty much going to wrap it up for me in this video, guys. As you see, we're able to get the game-winning drive. We were able to get the comeback. We didn't do too much offensively, but Devin Hester and the defense bailed us out big time, and we were able to get one clutch drive from Matty Ice to get the game-winning field goal. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay as well as the commentary. Let me know what you think in the comments below about all the topics that we talked about today. And until the next time, we gone.